Good evening, it's Sue. I haven't done a live in so long I forgot how to press all the right buttons. Anyway, welcome to my stamp room tonight. I'm really glad you're here. We have some card kits to make tonight for our April awards or prizes that you get for ordering from me, and I hope you find them to be fun and useful. I'm really glad you're here today. I spent like almost all day yesterday cleaning my craft room, and you can't really tell from this angle, but if you were to look at the floor and the closet in particular, you could tell that I had really thrown away 3 huge bags of garbage and made quite a bit of space. It's a miracle. And it makes me feel better about crafting, that's for sure, to have a cleaner space. So welcome tonight. Today is Tuesday, April 7th. Happy birthday to my friend Joanna. I had a card for her and I forgot to send that. I forgot to do a lot of things this week, as you will find out as this live progresses. But I'm just going to ask for your grace that I forget things once in a while, and we will move forward and hopefully get things done that we need to get done today. I'm going to point the camera down and share a few things with you today. I did get one of my orders. Get this out of the way. One of the things that I got was the new in colors, except for one. Well, I have it in the paper, but I don't have it in the stamp pad. They didn't have the stamp pad. I have Hydrangea Hue, which is probably a very popular favorite among many stampers. And these are the new stamp pads that are magnetic. They open very easily and shut. They stack, they stick together, and so they're wonderful. I haven't put my names on them yet, but that's coming. One of the things I forgot to do. The next one is Barely Blush, and this is some paper of Barely Blush. It's a very, very light pink. I know it's like super hard to see on the camera. These are little white background, little Barely Blush polka dots. These are Barely Blush stripes. And this paper is called Painted Patterns in our new colors. And so this is the back of that. And that was Barely Blush 2. This next one is Crisp Cantaloupe. It's a really pretty color. I heard that this is a returning color, actually. And it's got painterly stripes on the back. And there is, maybe I didn't cut that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I did cut it. Had it in the wrong order. It has polka dots, little polka dots on the front, and then larger polka dots on the back. And I can just see so many cards made out of these colors and these beautiful papers that they have, the designer series papers. The next one is Golden Glow. And again, all the patterns are the same. They're just in the different new in colors that will be starting May 5th. You will be able to order these on May 5th. Okay. So they have stripes. They have kind of more organized stripes on the front, but more painterly stripes on the back. Large dots, small dots. And here's the cardstock and the ink pad for Golden Glow. And this next one is Hydrangea Hue. This is the very popular one. Everyone, like, I don't think I've met anybody that didn't love hydrangea hue. It's very boho bluish, very similar to that color, and that was a very, very popular color a few years ago. Boho blue was. And so these are the colors for that. So you have stripes on one side, painterly stripes, big dots, little dots. And then the last one I don't have, I have ordered they've since had the ink pad, but they didn't have it when I ordered these. And this one is pine. I have these. It's called Peaceful Pine. Peaceful Pine. So it's a very nice color. And again, the same patterns. And that one. Okay. So, today I'm going to try a little experiment. I'm not getting comments on my videos, and I would really like to have some comments. So, just for commenting, whether you're watching on YouTube or you're watching on Facebook, it doesn't matter. Just for commenting, I will throw your name in to win some gems, and I have a lot of gems, so there's probably going to be more than one winner for this one, for the commenting. And your comment can be absolutely everything, just telling me hello, telling me where you're from, where you're watching from, which one of these new ink colors are your favorite. Okay, just any kind of comment, and your name will go into the drawing. And next week, which I will explain in a moment if I remember, I will tell you who won some gems for that. Now, for sharing, that's another biggie. If you share this video, whether on Facebook or YouTube, either one, I have a brand new stamp set, never been used. This is called Nature's Symphony. Looks like this. I don't have an extra set of dies, but I do have this stamp set. And I will be drawing for that because I only have one of these. So I'll be drawing definitely for the people that share. I'll put all of your names in the hat, so to speak, and draw a winner for Nature's Symphony. Okay? And we'll be announcing that next week. And so before I forget, next week I have a doctor's appointment in Seattle. I'm not sure when I'll be back, so my video might be later in the week. And I'll be announcing the prize winners and all the stuff at that time, okay? So don't forget, commenting, and there's probably going to be at least 3 winners for commenting because I happen to have quite a few gems, brand new gems. And then there'll be 1 winner for this brand new stamp set that I will send to you for free for sharing, okay? And I will be drawing for that. Don't forget Last Chance Products. It's under your specials tab. There's a lot of things for sale. They're putting new things in there all the time. Not all of them are on sale, but many of them are on sale, okay? The product of the month. I still don't have my product of the month. Hopefully it's coming soon. It is a die, a big plate die, and maybe you've seen it on other demonstrators' videos and things. It brings soft stitch texture to any card. It's called Eyelet Blooms Dies, and it's very, very beautiful, and creates a beautiful background or a focal point. So that is for a $75 order. You have to have a $75 paid order, and that's before tax, before shipping, before any Stampin' Rewards or anything like that are used. And then for only $5, you can order this product of the month. It does not add to your cart automatically. It will ask you, do you want to order the product of the month? And you have to say, you have to opt into that and say yes if you want it. If you don't, then they're not going to put it in your cart. Okay. Paper pumpkin. I finally got squared away on my paper pumpkin. They changed our website a little bit, and I had trouble finding things. Story of my life. But anyway, for April, as long as you subscribe by April 10th, today is April 7th, so you got a couple more days, you will get paper pumpkin. It's called Lakeside Retreat. So subscribe by April 10th and you will receive that this month. It coordinates with the Waterside Retreat Suite collection that you will find in our new catalog, which is coming, which is another thing I got to explain to you. Okay. The next paper pumpkin for May, and you need to subscribe by May 10th, is called Sparkling Celebrations. There's some silver foil in that one. And then the June paper pumpkin, as you can see, is called Bikes and Blooms. So some bicycles and some flowers and everything to go with it. So that looks like a lot of fun too. Now every 3 months, so for April, May, and June, they also give you the option of purchasing an add-on, a coordinating add-on to go with all 3 of these paper pumpkins. So if you're a paper pumpkin subscriber and you would like to have the butterflies, the flowers, the little, it looks like a little for sale sign or something. It has sparklers that look like 4th of July type of thing added on to that. Anyway, I think these are $13. I forgot to write that down, but that I do think they're $13. Maybe it says on here. And the add-ons are only while supplies last. Yeah. Still doesn't tell me how much they are though. Okay. All right. Don't forget online exclusives. Now we have our new catalogs coming, and they go live May 5th for all of our customers. We've been able to pre-order to some extent. They have run out of a lot of very popular items, and we're limited on how much we can order. I mean, it's not like we can order a whole bunch of stuff. We can't. We can order one non-consumable like stamps and dies, and we can order 2 consumables like designer series paper, and that's it, from each category. So they have run out of some things already, and they're frantically trying to gear up for the May 5th because they know that that you as our customers are going to want to have access to some of these things, and some are in the catalog and some are online. And they have a really cute one that's coming up with Winnie the Pooh, and it's been like extremely popular. You've probably seen people on Pinterest, demonstrators on Pinterest, doing some things like that, and they have a lot of other things. It's called Sweet Old Friends. The stamp set and the paper, the designer series paper, is called Silly Old Bear. Really, really cute. I think you'll like that. So that brings me to my specials and catalogs. All I had to do was press the button. I had all my people picked, and I had to press the button by March 31st, and no, I forgot to press the button on March 31st, and so I didn't get those catalogs sent out. But I went ahead and I ordered catalogs myself, and they're going to probably be here early next week when I'm in Seattle, probably. And I will send them to you. I still have the list of people that need catalogs, and I will still send them to you for free. I apologize that I had a little problem there about pressing the button and getting those catalogs sent, because they're, for me, way easier to have Stampin' Up! Send them, to wrap them and send them, and in fact cheaper for me to do that than it is for me to order catalogs, put them in an envelope, and send them to you. But I will still do that because I promised to do that, and I will make good on that promise. Okay, my April specials. $20, you start earning your own Stampin' Rewards and start accumulating dollars in your account. And you can spend those at any time after today's order. If you already have some dollars in your account, you can spend those dollars from a previous order. At $40, you get a quarter package of DSP, and like I mentioned, I'm cleaning my craft room. You probably noticed that I'm giving away a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be giving away this month Hues of Happiness, which is going to be one of your card kits, using this really beautiful paper with roses on it and things. You're going to get a quarter pack of this 6x6, okay, and that's for your $40 order. This is retired paper. I've had it for a while, and I've kept saving it because I love it, and I have the stamps and dies too, and I'll explain to you as we go along how that works. And you also get your Stampin' Rewards. So at $50, you still get your quarter package of your DSP Hues of Happiness, and you get 4 card kits, 2 of each design, and that's what we're going to be making tonight. So one of the cards is going to feature Hues of Happiness, okay, and you'll be making 2 of these, and your other card, let's see, I've got one made somewhere in here, is going to be similar to this, okay, and I used a sketch for this one, and I know you've probably seen sketches on Pinterest and things before where they just have some measurements and ideas, and then you kind of turn it into a card. So we're going to be doing that, and I'll explain that later. But you'll do 2 of the Hues of Happiness, and you'll do 2 of these, and I'll be sending you all the paper cut and ready to go for all of this, for your card kits for this month. And we'll talk specifics about that in just a moment, okay? You will, okay, card kits, $75 order, you get all of the stuff above that we've mentioned, plus you get my new PDF for April. And now I don't send you any paper on a PDF. I just send you the PDF, how to make it, cutting measurements, how I did it, and this is the card that we're doing a PDF on using the washi tape from 2025, and I have all this. I hope you have this. If you don't, you can use other stuff, you know. Anyway, so all of the explanation will be on the PDF on how to make this card, and it's really a beautiful card, and it features Summer Splash, which is a retiring color, and I love Summer Splash. It's so pretty with the pinks and the greens. So that's our PDF for the month. Plus you get your Stampin' Rewards, and you qualify for Product of the Month for only $5. Remember, you have to choose that. You have to opt in for that. Okay? All right, so I think that explains all of the things that I wanted to explain. Don't forget, sharing, your name goes in the pile to get a brand new stamp set. Commenting, your name goes in the pile to get some gems, and I'm probably going to draw more than one name for gems because I do have quite a few that I can give away. Okay, alrighty. So, alright, so I covered the fact that I forgot to order the catalogs and that we have prizes this week for sharing and commenting, so I hope that works out for you to comment or share. And we are going to start with our first card. I think this is the first one. Yeah. Okay. All right, all of these measurements are linked below in case you want to use your stuff, or the if you're earning the quarter pack of paper, you might want to make some more of these because they're really fun, they're really easy. So, see, I think I cut 2 of those accidentally, and I've got some gems. I'll put that over there. Okay, so we start with, I used, I think this was Melon Mambo on this one, and this one I'm using Pool Party because in the paper there are so many beautiful colors, and we still have all of these colors available, you know, the yellows and the Melon Mambos and the pinks and the purples and the fresh freesia, and I was focusing this time on Pool Party for this one, but we have lots of different colors available for this, but yours will be cut for you. Okay, so this one is 11 inches long and 4 1/4 inches tall. So 11 by 4 1/4, and you score it at 2 3/4 and 8 1/4. Now you can score it at 2 3/4 and flip it and score it at 2 3/4 again if you would like, because you're just making a card that closes like that. Very, very simple little closure that you're going to have. You are going to use Spotlight on Nature, and Spotlight on Nature dies, as I was looking at my catalog, those are still in the new catalog that's coming up. They don't have the stamps, but Spotlight on Nature dies are in the new catalog, and so we're going to be using those. Okay. And I believe this is die number 2. Yeah, this is die number 2. It's not the largest one, but it's the second largest one, and there's a couple different patterns you can choose from. But anyway, we're going to use that. Then you just have a couple of pieces of Designer Series paper, and I was looking for paper that would kind of go together, so I just turned this over and found this side, and these go on the front, and these panels are 2.5 inches across and 4 inches down. Okay, so those panels. Okay, I'm going to move that out of the way for a moment until we do that. You will also get die cut. Remember, I can't stamp for you, but I can die cut for you. And I've got some more of this paper. And so I'll die cut you a couple of roses so that you can put them on the front if you would like, or you can stamp. Now, I used, maybe you have this, maybe you have Happiness Abounds that goes with Hues of Happiness. And I just used some messages. You are wonderful in every way. I used that one. And sending many thanks for all you do. Okay, and I use these little posies they've got along the bottom. I stamped those, but you can just look in your stash and find some small flowers, find some greetings, and you're good to go with that. Okay, so I cut out one leaf, or kind of a group of leaves, and a couple of the roses for the front of the card. The first thing I'm going to do, and this is on the inside of the card, and this is, I believe, 5 1/4 by 4. Yep, it fits right on the inside of this card, and I'm going to stamp it before I stick it on the inside of that card. And I'm going to use some of my glue. I'm going to put the rose pattern on the left and then the more neutral pattern on the right. And I have a little border. Remember, these are your card kits for purchasing things from me in April, and they will come to you for free. Everything will be cut. The only thing I can't do is I can't stamp, so you'll have to do the stamping part and decide how you want that to look. And so I want this one to be a little different. I mean, I could flip it over and have them both be the roses, but I'm going to put roses on the front. So now something sticky, probably glue right there. Don't need that. Glue eraser, try to get that off. Okay, so like I said, I just used I'm going to put mini thanks on the inside. And you're wonderful in every way. There we go. Oh, and I want some little posies, little. I think I want those. Okay. And going along with the theme of my forgetfulness, I did not pull out my ink. Now it's stuck in there. Pardon me while I find something to try to pull that out of there. Where is pool party? You can, and if you can't find the color that you want, like I'm searching here for pool party, yay, use black, you know, I mean, it's always a good standby. And I am going to get my Stampin' Pierce mat, so hopefully I can get this on here. Straight. And I think this is a really old set. I mean, I've had this for a long time and I really like it. There's a reason I still have it, but my husband said you have to let go of some things. And I said, I know. Okay, so that's coming off. It's not sticking. So the trick with the sticking thing is some alcohol, rubbing alcohol. And just going to take a little water. Sometimes works, but alcohol tends to clean the back of the stamp. You do not want to put rubbing alcohol on the front of your stamp, but on the back you want to get all that dust and stuff off of there that's making it not stick. And put it back. Yeah, see it now it's sticking to my block. Boy, that is not very dark. I think that I need to use I want to make it darker because this is a very light color, but I want it to show up. So I'm just going to use my little, and I want a little water on here. I don't want alcohol on my stamp. There we go. So it feels a little wet. I don't want it wet because it will. So luckily I'm in a circle so I can turn this if I don't get it straight. There we go. Yeah, see, I'm going to have to do this more than once because this is such a light color, but I do want it to show up. And this is "You are wonderful in every way." So we'll do it a couple times and yeah, that shows up better. You can see it now. You're wonderful in every way. And using a stamp positioning tool helps when you do something like that to get it exactly in the same spot again. And so now I am just going to glue one rose down, and I'm going to pop the other one up, but I'm just going to probably, well, I have a trick if this isn't enough. It depends. If I just use one dimensional, because I want to slip the leaves that I cut underneath there, so I want to pop this up like that. I think that'll be okay. And this can go off the circle because it's going to be on the main part of the card. I'm just going to slip that under there, just like that. Okay, so that is my focal point. It's hard to see the circle on the white paper, isn't it? There we go. So using Spotlight on Nature and having a couple of little roses and a message on there, it works just right. Okay, so I am going to use this to close my card, and I'm only going to put some dimensionals on this half. And so I'm just going to turn this over like that so that it's on the same side, and maybe I can keep track of that, on which side to put these dimensionals. And I kind of put them in a triangle pattern. There we go. I turned that. I did. I turned it. It's still, let me see if it's still going to fit. I think so. I just got to put one more dimensional on. I turned it a little bit too far. There we go. It's because I want this other half to go on the other half of the card. So I put those down. See that one? It was too far, but I can rip it off. it went over because I don't want it to stick to the, stick my card shut. All right, there we go. That's better. And I have in your envelope, you will find, if I can find my envelope, we're going to put, I will send you a I just have these out here, so what did I do with them? I have these little Velcro circles, and I just stick one on here. I don't know what I did with it because it was in the envelope. Anyway, the Velcro circle goes right there. You stick it on here and close it and press, and then your Velcro will separate and come apart. So we're going to go back to, this is the inside of the card. We're going to take this stamp off, and we're going to put this stamp on. I'm going to need to turn it as I'm looking for my Velcro, because I know I pulled that out of here. So I'm going to put him, and I'm going to anticipate that this one might need a little alcohol on the back. Remember, on the back, never on the front, so that it will stick. This says, sending many thanks for all that you do. And again, I'm going to use Pool Party. I'll try to straighten that up. Press down. And I'm going to have to press a couple of times. Put the ink on a couple of times to get that dark again, like we did on the front. Okay, one more time, and I think we'll have that. There we go. Sending many thanks for all you do. That got nice and dark, the way I wanted it to. So then I have my little posies here, and I would really like Lost Lagoon. Yep. I want two colors. There's a Lost Lagoons in this too. So what I'm going to do is close that ink pad, so there'll be less chance of me sticking my finger in it. So I'm going to go across and I'm going to go every other one. So I'm going to leave a space down at the bottom. And of course, this is your card, so you can do pretty much whatever you want to do with your card. So this is Lost Lagoon. It's same color family as Pool Party, just a little darker. And it should go just fine. When I did the other card, I used Melon Mambo and Daffodil Delight because there was yellow in the flowers on the front. Okay. So I'm gonna wipe that off. Close my card or my ink pad. That's threatening my other card. And these other ones will just be the lighter shade in Pool Party. It probably won't show up as well, but it looks okay. Nice little border. Okay, so that shows up pretty good with the little flower sprigs. So you can just, if you don't have this stamp set in your cache of items, Happiness Abounds, just use another stamp set that has some small leaves, that has some little flowers. I mean, we have so many flower stamp sets. It's not, not difficult to find some small ones that you can put in here. And so I usually use just some Stampin' Seal when I'm adhering something I'm going to write on, because it's usually a smoother surface to write on versus gluing it in. And you can glue it in, if you like glue. Just don't use too much. Be careful how much you use. And center that. Left, right, top, and bottom. There we go. And it's still driving me slightly nuts that I can't see where I put those silly Velcro dots, because I have like a whole container of them. Well, they're just not going to show up until this is over. So anyway, you will get look for two sets of dots. They'll be on a window sheet, and you just take them off and stick them on there so that your card sticks on there. I can't guarantee what colors you're going to get. You might get 2 different colors. It just depends on what's available and how many people are ordering and getting the card kits. But that's card number 1. Pretty easy, isn't it? And it looks really nice. I like it. I like it in both colors a lot. And like I said, versatile in terms of you can make it say whatever you want it to say. It can be happy birthday. It can be a sympathy card. It can be absolutely anything that you want it to be. All right. So our second card looks like this, and it's just a standard card. I did do a tent fold on this one, so it's 11 inches long by 4 1/4 inches wide. Yes, okay. And I decided when I was making this the first time that I didn't really like so much designer series paper on there, and so I changed that back. Let me see what I can find in here. I am going to use the Lazy Daisy, and you can use, I'm going to use the Lazy Daisy embossing folder when I emboss for you. Okay, that part's going to be done for you. And your card is going to look more like this. Although at the last minute, see, I was changing my mind at the last minute. I decided to change this. Now this did come out of Hues of Happiness. That probably just fell on the floor. Yeah. Anyway, it did come out of that. But I decided to use, I think it's Wonderful Thoughts. Yes. And this is retired, but I can cut for you. So I'm going to cut you a flower like this. That's going to look like this on your circle, okay? And I think that turned out a little bit better. I have a different plan. Like I said, I was changing my mind at the last minute because I wasn't totally happy with this, and I wasn't totally happy with that. But I am going to use basically this design to do your cards, okay? To cut them and for you to put them together. So, like I said, all these sizes are at the bottom. All the cutting directions are at the bottom for you. And, but things will come cut for you. Don't need that. Do we need some of this? I'm not going to use this, and I'm not going to use this. Okay. All right. And you will get some gems on both of those cards. On the first card, I did use the rhinestone basic jewels, and I will cut a strip of those so you can put some rhinestone basic jewels on your card, like I did on this first one. I put some here and a little bit on here, so you'll get some jewels to put on these cards, okay? And I've got 2025, 2027 in color flat pearls for this one. Although I'm not sure that's the right color. We'll see. We'll see. We'll figure that out and send you the right stuff. Anyway, this is also retired, this Wonderful Thoughts, but I'm going to cut this for you. So we start out with a piece of basic white, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And this, again, this is a tent fold, and you'll get 2 of these. Okay. And then you will need some strawberry slush, which I will cut for you, at, are these both 4 1/8 by 5 3/8? Yes, because these are going to be borders. I decided they needed borders because it was too much white on them. Okay, so you cut 2 of these. One's going to be the inside border, and one's going to be the outside border. So I'm going to put the insides over there and the outsides over here, because I will emboss with that Lazy Daisy. I will emboss the piece of white, which is a little bit smaller, 4 by 5 1/4, and that is going to go on the front. It's going to go on this. This is why I said it was too much white, in my humble opinion. It's too much white. Some people love lots of white, so they purposely do the white. And when you attach a embossed piece of cardstock to another piece of cardstock, it's a great idea, always a great idea, to use glue, because the glue will get into the little crevices and it will stick better for you when you do that. So that strawberry slush is just a wee bit bigger. It's going to be a thin border. Maybe I should move these so they don't get stuck together. Okay. And I'm going to put that on. A really skinny border. Or just a little bit, just a hair. Okay. All right, so that's going to go on there. And I'm going to put it on a card base in a moment, but not quite yet. So, the DSP, now I need to look at the card. Okay, this is 1 1/4 across and 4 1/4 down. And this paper is directional. Okay. Then I cut a piece of strawberry slush, and I embossed it again. And this is going to go down a little bit like that. I'm not good at keeping track of things tonight. Not at all. Okay. See how we do. Because I haven't really made this card. I mean, I've made this card, but I haven't done this design exactly yet. So this is my designer series paper. And I believe I used Floral Impressions, which if I run out of the Hues of Happiness, you're going to get quarter pack of Floral Impressions. Okay, that's what you're going to get. Oh, my sweet neighbor, he's spraying my weeds for me. Oh, what an angel. He's got all the stuff to do it, but still, it's his time that he comes over and he does stuff like that for us. So I'm going to put that a little bit lower, like that. And I have a piece of garden green that's 2 by 2. And I used Paradise Garden to cut a leaf out of the same DSP. Now you could cut the leaf out of, you know, whatever color you wanted. That was, maybe you want a purple leaf or something else, you know, whatever you want. But I just cut a leaf. I thought it looked kind of interesting out of the DSP. So I'm going to put that right there. Okay. So now I have my circle die. This is a 2.5 inch Stylish Shapes circle die that I'm going to use. So make sure you turn it and you have the stitches showing on the edges. And I'm going to take this flower that I liked a whole lot better than the other flowers I picked prior to that. And it will match your card. I'm not saying you'll get strawberry slush, but who knows? You'll get one of them, depending on what I've got going on, what I've got left going. And I'm going to stick this on here. There we go. And you see, it's okay if it drips over the edge, but I'm not particularly fond of that. So I'm just going to snip that off. Okay. And I'm going to use dimensionals to, that was one of the other flowers I considered, but I turned it down. Use some dimensionals to put on there. Sticky hands. I need to have less sticky hands. Okay, so now I'm going to put this over here on my dimensionals. Now everything else is glued flat. Just this circle is popped up. And then I use Stylish Shapes, and I think I used what did I use? You can put happy birthday, whatever you want. I Like You Lots, but which I think is from Paradise Garden, is where that's from. And I am going to glue the right side down, but dimensionalize the left side. So I'm turning it over. I'm going to put a dimensional on this side because it's going to be, I want it to be flat with my circle. And put a little bit of glue on this other side. It says I Like You Lots. Okay, so that's that. And then this is my border, and it goes on my card base. So I have a white card base, and then my strawberry slush border, and then my white embossed piece that goes on top of that. And I believe I'm just going to glue this on because I've got quite a bit of dimensionalizing on there. Remember, you'll get 2 of these cards to make. They might not be in the same colors, but they'll be similar. Okay, so now we have that nice white border, and then we have strawberry slush border, and then we have our embossed piece in white, and then we have the DSP, and we have the embossed piece of Melon Mambo, which goes with the rest of the Melon Mambo on here, and then a little greeting that goes on here. So on the inside, it's 3 3/4 by 5, and it's going to go on this piece of Melon Mambo. And I have not picked, let's see, I think I'm just going to do Happy Birthday. I Like You Lots, Happy Birthday. Okay. And I had Melon Mambo out. Man, you guys are going to think I can't find anything, which is true. I cleaned my staff room, my craft room, see, and I literally can't find anything now that everything is organized and in boxes and all the things. So this is what I get for trying to organize stuff at the last, well, it wasn't the last minute. I was working on it all day yesterday. There's my Melon Mambo. Okay. And this is a much darker color. I should do this right side up because it makes more sense when you do it right side up. So I'm just going to stamp my Happy Birthday. Maybe I'm going to stamp it up here a little bit. Happy Birthday there. And then I have these little flowers in Melon Mambo, and I think I'm just going to stick one on the inside just because it would look pretty, and we like things that look pretty, right? But this has some cuts in it. This stamp set has some cuts in it, so I got to be kind of careful how much glue I put on here. There we go. And then I'm going to go back to my Stampin' Seal. Put some on here. I'm going to center this. So see, this is going to have several layers because I'm doing borders on these. I like borders. They always make things look a little fancier, I think. And it goes on the inside. You will get 2 of these cards. It's too low. There we go. So happy birthday. Okay. So I like you lots. Happy birthday. So you get 2 of this design of card 2. All right, and you will get some gems, although I'm not sure if these are Starry Slush gems. I think these are last year's gems. These are not the right color of gems. So I will find the right color of gems. Where did I put? See, I reorganized everything. And now the problem is figuring out where I reorganize things to. Put them in this box. Oh, I see my handy dandy Velcro finally. Okay, I found one thing. So now we can Velcro. I can show you how to Velcro this. See, you'll get some little Velcros, and since you're getting 2 cards, you'll get 2 sets of Velcro like that. And you just remove the window sheet type of thing and press that on the back. Remove the other window sheet. You guys probably know how to do all this Velcro stuff. Not that hard. Okay, so I just have 1 dot of Velcro right here, and I just close my card and press it shut to adhere it, and then you can open it and shut it. And of course you can put some lovely, you'll get a strip of gems to put on here too. Can you tell I'm trying to avoid finding the gems for the other card? That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to avoid that. Okay, so I'm going to put one here. And there. And put a line of them over here. You can do this however you want, but remember they say that the embellishments like gems always look better when you do odd numbers. So that, okay, that looks even better, doesn't it? Tear that open. So we have those 2 cards, and for now I'm just going to use some clear gems because I do not know where my box of gems might be residing. Probably in a very safe place. But now we know where the Velcros are. Velcros are right there. Okay, so we will put a few of these. And clear looks fine, but I'll look for some other stuff for you. See what we can find. So there's 3 on that one. It looks pretty. Okay, so your card kits for April for your paid orders And like I said, all of the cutting directions are down at the bottom. So the first one I made, I did this this kind of flower, but I wasn't totally enamored with it. I liked this flower better, so I think I'll be cutting this flower for you. And I have different papers. Like this one is the Misty Moonlight, and this one is the Strawberry Slush. And then these two cards with the Hues of Happiness will be similar, but probably not the same color either. They'll just be different colors. You'll get the gems. I have found the Velcros, and I will find the other gems too, or you'll get clear ones, whichever. And it'll be your job to decide how you want to stamp things and how you want it to look in your card kits, okay? And don't forget that you also could qualify to get a quarter pack of the Hues of Happiness paper. And if I run out of that, then you're going to get the flower, Floral Impressions. You'll get a quarter pack of this paper. It's got lots of nice paper in it too. We've got several packs of that. So I've got plenty of that. And don't forget, comment on my video, any kind of comment, nice comments, and you might win some gems sent to you in your card kit. Or if you share it, your name will go in the pile of people that share, and you could win this brand new stamp set, Nature's Symphony, which is a beautiful stamp set. I love this stamp set. It just makes wonderful, wonderful cards. It has beautiful paper that goes with it, and I think you'll really like it. So don't forget all of those opportunities, and your catalogs will be coming. I will get those mailed out next week when I get home, and you will get that in the mail, and you may start ordering out of those catalogs on May 5th. And don't forget to look at online exclusives. Okay, let me turn the camera up here. Don't forget to look at those online exclusives, because things like the Winnie the Pooh thing, I think that's where the Winnie the Pooh is online exclusives. They can change things much more quickly in online exclusives and introduce new things more easily than they can with a catalog ever. And I was pleasantly surprised that Spotlight on Nature dies are in the new catalog. Stylish Shapes dies are still in the new catalog. You know, and those things are just like staples of your craft room to work with in there. So hopefully that you will find those in the online exclusives. And don't forget the last chance list if you're looking for a deal. Okay? All right. So I will see you sometime next week. I'm not sure when. It probably will not be Tuesday because I don't think I'll be back by then. But later in the week we'll have something, and I already have a plan for that. So I hope you'll enjoy it. We're going to be coloring with watercolor pencils next week. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining me tonight, and we'll see you later.